marks to the careers that make sense here. You know, we can't all be astrophysicists, especially in Eagle County. But we certainly, you know, do have amazing real estate. We have our Vail Health is an amazing employer that offers a wide variety of career opportunities. So, you know, there's a lot of industries that you can succeed in here in a big way that maybe you couldn't in other places.
And I really like the framing of grow your own, not only with the youth and the kids, but also the seasonal workers who want to stay year round, or the gap year people who come for a year or two and decide they want to stay. I think those are important components of how we think about growing our own. Carolyn, anything you want to add around the idea of growing your own workforce?
I'll just tell Mark and Anna yes as well. You know? But I think it's really critical. I mean, I think Anna touched, and there's great programs with, you know, Vail Valley Partnership and CareerWise to focus on the youth. The thing that we're trying to focus on is those high schoolers that may not know what they want to do, and they graduate from high school, and then there's no support system. There's nothing in school. And they're working, but they're still not sure. So how can we bring resources to them that says, great, you've got an entry-level job. That's terrific. Good for you. What are some next things that you might want to tackle to get to your next level, to maybe supervise? They're talking about some of those leadership skills. Those soft skills are so important in the workforce that we need to find those people that are already working and say, great, I want to move up. How do I move up? Where do I move up? What can I do? And so are those resources available? Are those systems available to take it from, yeah, I'm working, but I want to be more. I want to do more, and I want to make more money so I can survive. So, you know, with the Workforce Center, we've got all kinds of internship opportunities, work-based learning opportunities, an apprenticeship program that we're working in healthcare, where the organization identifies their people that they want to upskill and get into the program. And so you take some entry level, have them in the hospital for a while, and then say, great, here's your next opportunity. And there's actually some grant funds for that as well. And that means growing your own. That's that's the organization saying, I'm investing in you as an employee, and we're going to train into what we need.
Yeah, I think that's great. And it's a perfect time for us to take our second commercial break. We'll be right back with Mountain Perspectives.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
Do you have an interesting hobby or skill you'd like to share for Vail Valley? We want to hear from you. We're looking for people to share their musical, artistic, culinary, woodworking, athletic, or technical talents on Good Morning Vail. If you'd like to share your talents with the community, email Danielle at tvavail.com. Join the community conversation. There's more for you on 92.
You're watching K34QB, Vail, Colorado.
Welcome to the TV8 Visitors Bureau. I'm one of your hosts, Maddie Evans. Now we've got a really cool new concept taking place here in the town of Avon, Eaglevale, and Vail. And it's a great way to use as an alternative. Instead of driving your car, you can shift your ride to one of these incredible electric bikes behind me. Now this is a really cool rental system and you can control it all right from the power of your hands, right from your cell phone by downloading the Shift Bike app. And then from there, you can get over there and enjoy the incredible amenities that these bikes have to offer. We're going to walk you through it, but in order to do it, you have to download the app. So Shift Bike is the app, and then you can use the coupon code Shift Your Ride for the first 30 minutes free. And we're going to walk you through the pricing and everything here and how you can get one of the bikes. Let's get started. Once you get into the app, you can see exactly which location you would like to pick up the bike, how many bikes are available, and then where you can deliver the bike to. So you can see starting in Avon, making your way through Eaglevale, all the way to Vail Village, and then even down into East Vail. You can collect bikes, drop bikes off, and enjoy your ride on these nice electric bikes. Once you've scanned the QR code to get the bike unlocked, it's really important that you have safety first, so always make sure that you have your helmet with you. That way you can pop that on and you're nice and safe. Now, once you get the bike unlocked, it's super easy. You'll just take that lock right off the back. You'll see that you'll have this big, nice coiled cord, but there's a hook on the back for you to hook that to so that it is nice and out of your way while you are riding the bike. That way you're nice and safe and everyone around you is nice and safe so you don't tip over on the bike. And then once you've got that all secured, you're all set to go. You can just kick that kickstand up and start enjoying your ride. Now remember that these are pedal assist and there are some rules. To get the bike back to where you got it or to get it to your next destination, you can always use the app to see all of the great places where you can drop these off. Once you are done on your adventure on the Shift bikes, they're a ton of fun and you can see that you can get going pretty fast on them, especially with that nice little pedal assist. You'll take the bike back, lock it back up in one of the great charging stations that they have available, and then once you're done locking it up, make sure that you take your app out and you end the ride, because it is going to make sure that that bike is in the correct spot for you to have ended your ride, and that way it will not continue to charge you. That has been this edition of the TV8 Visitors Bureau. We can't wait to bring you more great information, but make sure that you get out there and you use the Shift bike to
Welcome back to the second hour of Good Morning Vail. I'm your host, Ben Roof, and it is Labor Day on Monday, September 4th. So we're going to wrap up a little bit of our conversation with our friends over in Mountain Perspectives. And then for the second hour, we're going to be talking about food. We've got a couple of different meals to help you and your friends enjoy your Labor Day. So your second hour of Good Morning Vail starts now.
Get up, get ready to start your day. The mountains are calling you out to play. Come on, we'll make you feel right at home. Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
Did you know that all Eagle County residents and visitors can get a free Eagle Valley Library District card? All you need is a photo ID. You get our online databases and resources, free music, free streaming, all from wherever you have internet access. Free audiobooks and e-audiobooks straight to your phone. Go into your Eagle Valley Library District branch today and get your library card.
TV8 is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, delivering content in all sorts of mediums. Take us with you on the go, as Good Morning Vail and Good Day Vail are now available as podcasts. You can find us on Spotify, Apple, and Pandora. And don't forget, you can always find TV8 on YouTube, tv8vail.com, and all of our social media platforms. Just another reason why there's more for you on 92.
It's the fastest half hour in television. Toyota's Race Week takes you inside the high-speed world of NASCAR. Go behind the scenes for a look into the high adrenaline world of motorsports and hear from your favorite drivers as they discuss the drive to a championship. If you love NASCAR, you won't want to miss Toyota's Race Week.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Hi there, I'm Cece Zach with Good Day Vail, and recently I had the chance to sit down with someone who is extraordinarily passionate about helping us live our best life in the Vail Valley by teaching us about plant-based eating. I don't know much about it, I do it, but I'll tell you something, you need to stick with this episode so that you can learn how to resource the best ability to live in a plant-based environment. So stay tuned for that Good Day Vail episode on plant-based eating.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Let's go check in with Chris Romer and Mountain Perspectives to see how they wrap up their conversation about the workforce in the Vail Valley.
Welcome back to Mountain Perspectives. I'm Chris Romer. I am the president and CEO of Vail Valley Partnership, joined today by Anna Robinson with Vail Valley Partnership and Vail Valley Works, Mark Brennan from Colorado Mountain College, and Carolyn Tucker from the Colorado Workforce Center. We're talking about workforce in Eagle County. We've talked about trends. We've talked about grow your own. We've talked about what workforce development even means and how it impacts a community. So let's take a little bit of a step back, and we'll start with Carolyn on this one. What do you wish? You talked earlier about the Workforce Center being the best kept secret.
Yes.
Which is not a great thing. We want people to know more about you.
Yes.
So what do you wish people knew more about your programs?
Well, I want people to know that all of our programs are free and that they are available to anybody who needs our services, and those services include resume writing, interview skills, even career assessments, like what do I want to do? I don't have an idea. Do I have strengths in these different areas? We also have career counselors, one-on-one, so we actually have a personal attachment and connection with people. We also do virtual webinars and virtual meetings if you can't make it to the Workforce Center, which is located in Edwards here in Eagle County. And we also have grant funds. People can get into CDL, get a CDL license. They can do some, we can pay for some of the programs that Mark offers at CMC, leadership training. So we have a ton of resources available, and happy to talk to anyone about those resources and partner and share the information.
Yeah, it's great. You have stuff not just for individuals, but for the businesses too, with some of those grants and things you talked about. So I think those are all great things. Mark, how about you? What do you wish people knew about Colorado Mountain College, Vail Valley at Edwards? What do you wish they knew about the campus and the programming there?
I think I just wish people knew about the variety of what we offer. I think a lot of people just think of us still as a community college. I would prefer to say a college for the community. We offer bachelor degrees, associate's degrees, and a number of certificates. I think, I probably shouldn't say this in public, but there are some people for whom education is not something that they want to do, and I understand that. That's fine. But if you think you're not smart enough or that you can't do it, then I would probably say that you're wrong. If you think that you can't afford it, I would probably say you're also wrong. If you don't think that you'll get the support that you need in order to complete, I would probably say that you're wrong. So, it's affordable. We have great scholarships. We have an awesome team of people who are there to see you succeed. So yeah, if you have ever thought about it, come on in through the front door.
Yeah, and this community is very good to a lot of organizations and not-for-profits and different needs. But share a little bit more about the scholarships. I'm putting you on the spot. We didn't talk about this before. But do you have a ballpark number of how much money is going into scholarships on your campus?
On our campus? Well, I'll give you sort of college-wide, it's just over $1 million. But at the Vail Valley campus, we are very, very fortunate to have close to nearly $300,000 worth of scholarships awarded to students this year.
Yeah.
It's extraordinary.
Yeah, it's real money that provides real opportunities to people. And as we talked about in the first segment, when we talk about workforce, we're talking about people. So there's real opportunities. So thanks for letting me throw you a little bit of a curveball there, and thanks for having the data at the tip of your brain.
Yeah.
Anna, how about you? What do you wish people knew about your programming at Vail Valley Partnership and Vail Valley Works?
I wish that the business owners knew more that we are here to support them and that we are here to help them grow their own. It's not just the community, but within your own business, if you're hesitant about promoting that person, or they need a little extra support and love to bring them along, that we're here to do that. And you don't have to look outside or keep a position open for years. I wish that they knew that we were here, and that they should always be looking for leaders at every level of their organizations. You need entry-level leaders and you need strategic leaders. And so we are here to help keep that continuum moving.
Yeah, and all great examples from each of you guys. I'll add to Anna's. I wish people knew that we would do custom training for them and connect them with some of the professional facilitators and trainers to do whatever they might need and to use us as that conduit. So that's something that a few businesses do, and we're certainly willing and able to do it for most anybody, to have them get exactly what they need. Yeah. So one more question for you guys. When we talk about workforce development, and again, what that really means is people, what is the one thing that you're really most excited about? And Anna, we'll start with you.
It might be a little bit of a off-the-wall answer, but I'm excited. Hardship creates opportunity, I think is the best way to put it. And right now it's hard for our businesses to hire and retain employees. And so I'm excited, not for the business's hardship, but for the opportunity that it creates for the people who work here to level up, to make more money, to learn about themselves, learn skills that they didn't know that they had. So I think it's been really exciting to sit in on some of the trainings and hear the confidence build in some of these leaders, and I'm excited to see what they do next.
Yeah, it's a great answer. Mark, what are you most excited about when it comes to the idea of workforce development and workforce in Eagle County?
I would probably say the first Friday of every May, which is when we have our graduation. That's when I see the difference that we can make and what we are able to contribute and what the community of the Valley is able to contribute.
Yeah, it's a great answer, and I would encourage anybody and everybody who hasn't taken the time to go to the Vail Performing Arts Center on that first Friday evening in May to experience I'm going to say kids, but it's not just kids.
No.
It's the whole spectrum of ages, but these folks, what it means to them and what it means to their families, and hearing from each of them at the podium, sharing their experience, it is a immensely powerful evening. So that's a great example. It's a great example. Carolyn, what about you? What is one thing you're most excited about when it comes to workforce in Eagle County?
Well, I'm going to cheat because I have two. One thing, the first thing is I'm so excited that we make a difference in individual people's lives. So when we get the phone call that says, hey, Carolyn, I got that job, or hey, I got that promotion, thanks for your help. That means the world to us and our entire team, because that's what we're all about, is taking people who don't have that confidence or may have been rocked by something and saying, we're going to help you get to where you want to go. So that's really exciting. The second thing is I'm just thrilled with the partnerships and the resources that are available to the entire community, no matter where you are on the spectrum. First-time job, like I said, laid off, wanting to be a leader. There's so many resources that everyone has to offer that you can find your way and try. And it's time to come out and be all you can be. That's kind of a cliche, but it's really stepping into what the world needs and what the community needs, and build our own fabric by having that resilient workforce. So that's what I'm really pumped about.
Yeah, and I'm going to take a little bit of executive privilege here and share what I'm most excited about. And what I'm most excited about really is the entrepreneurial spirit that exists here in Eagle County. This county was built on a lot of the things that you guys have talked about, really bootstrapping, dating back 60 years when Vail Mountain opened the chairlifts and the community changed from a little bit more of a ranching and farming community into a tourism-oriented community, and how we've grown since then. But we've maintained that entrepreneurial spirit, and we've maintained the ability to focus on doing the right things. And our community, be it all the different economic hardships or pandemics or little blips that we've seen in my 26 years here, every single time our business community has said, all right, how do we do it? What do we need to do next? We haven't wallowed in our, spilt milk, if you will, but rather we've rolled up our sleeves and gotten things done. And I think that's the case for workforce. We're going to continue to roll up our sleeves and get things done because that's what our people need and that's what our businesses need. And it makes me excited. So last question, and this is going to be a really quick one. So lightning round. How do people learn more about your organization and the things you do? Carolyn?
You can look for Colorado Workforce Centers. You can either Google that, or I can give you my phone number, 970-880-4172, and I will put you in contact with all of the resources we have.
Great. Mark, how about you?
Well, every semester you should be receiving a little schedule in your mailbox. Pick it up and read it. Read the stories that are in there. You'll actually find a lot about what we do there. Or come to 150 Miller Ranch Road and walk in the door and see it for yourself.
Yep. Great. And Anna, how about you? How can people learn more?
Easiest way is online, vailvalleyworks.org or vailvalleypartnership.com, or just come see us, come to a mixer. The team's always happy to help.
That's great. Well, thank you guys all for taking the time to join us today. Thank you for viewing Mountain Perspectives. We've been talking about workforce in Eagle County with Carolyn Tucker, Mark Brennan, and Anna Robinson. Really appreciate all of you guys taking the time, and thank you so much.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork Valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tvavail.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello everyone, I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work some good deals, too good to miss on flash deals. Now check this out.
Studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Today, great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back to the show. Since it's Labor Day, I figured it's a great time to talk about grilling. It's one of the last opportunities we have to really get together with friends and family and enjoy the outdoors before the winter starts to set in. So, Tracy Miller is going to talk a little bit about preparing some fantastic chicken for us.
Drying off my veggies because I did wash them, and I'm going to make a really nice salad today. And if you have a lot of moisture in your salad, then it's going to make the salad dressing and the lettuce kind of get a little bit too wet. So you don't want that. You don't want that last piece of salad bite just to be water. That would be gross, right? So today we are making chicken drumsticks, and we're going out on the grill to do that, and we're going to buffalo style them and then make a salad that is going to be a buffalo style salad as well. So it's like buffalo chicken but a little bit healthier, and it's something that you can cook outside and have a cool green salad with. So what we have for ingredients today: great green salad, romaine, carrots, celery, green onions, and cucumbers. We've got the chicken legs that we're going to be using today. We have some Frank's hot sauce and then some blue cheese because we're going to be making a blue cheese dressing to go with our buffalo chicken salad. So first things first, we need to head out to the grill. Grilling is one of my favorite ways to cook. Actually, I love cooking meat, veggies, fruit, everything on the grill. First of all, because you get to be outside, but also it's a pretty healthy way to cook because typically you are not using a lot of oil or a lot of sauces or anything like that. So let's head out to the grill with your chicken thighs, and I'll show you exactly how to prep them and exactly how to cook those. They take about 35 minutes to reach an internal temperature of 185, and they are bone-in chicken legs. So there's a little trick to cooking with bone-in. We'll see you at the grill. The grill is cranking. I've got it preheating at top speed, or the highest it can go. I like to have my grill really, really hot, especially when I put some meat on it. Okay, so today here we have our chicken legs. Oh, almost lost that one. We have our chicken legs. They're nice and juicy right now. So what we want to do is kind of dry them off a little bit. The drier that you get them, the better that skin is going to crisp up. So just kind of dry them up and Make sure the skin is kind of like in order and flat across everything. Okay. A lot of times when you dry your meat, like if you're cooking a piece of fish or something and you want to get a little crust on it, it's nice to leave it out in the air or in the fridge without any saran wrap on it, because that saran wrap is going to hold the moisture. But if you want a crispy edge, you really need it to be nice and dry. So here we go. Get that skin over there. A lot of people like to use different kind of marinades and things like that. I take it pretty simple. So all we're gonna do right now is cover every piece of chicken with a ton of salt and pepper. And this is a step that I want you to be careful in. With every time that you're doing meat, make sure you're covering that piece of chicken really nicely, because every bite counts. So why not make sure every bite has some nice seasoning? Like I said, my grill is cranking at 400. I am going to put the chicken right on the grill. A lot of folks like to oil their grill up. I just like to have a really hot grill. If you did want to put a little oil on your grill, then you should probably put a vegetable oil, something that can withstand a high heat. And be real careful, because you want to have that oil on your grill when it's hot. So one of my friends was just telling me a little trick that they do when they're oiling their hot grill, is they put a little bit of olive oil in a bowl, and then they cut an onion in half and stick a big fork in half the onion, put that onion in the olive oil, and then rub it all over their grill. I find like it's an unnecessary step, especially when you have something fatty like this chicken with the chicken skin on it, because what's going to happen is that fat is going to kind of lube up the grill a little, and you don't want to be flipping things on your grill when they're not ready. So you want it to be hot enough that it's going to flip nicely. This is going to take a little bit of time. We're going to keep the grill at a very high heat, and we're going to shut it down, and then just about every 5 minutes or so, you're going to flip your chicken over. That's going to make it cook evenly. What happens when you're cooking with meat with the bone in? It's going to take a little bit longer to cook versus just a chicken breast or a boneless chicken thigh or something like that. And you're going to have to start rotating it so that it gets cooked evenly around. So when you're cooking something with the bone in, always make sure you have a lot of space in between your items so that the heat goes up and around everything. Keep it at a nice high heat. We want it like right around 400 degrees or so. A lot of these grill temperatures don't work, so just know you want it hot. And you're going to stand here for 30-35 minutes. That's about as long as it's going to take to cook these to perfection, which is 185. Then that's going to take us a little bit of time. You'll be able to tell if it's too hot, maybe some of the fat's starting to burn, or you see little fires starting on your chicken, then turn it down a little bit. But basically, keep it cranked pretty much to the top, unless you have one of those super fancy grills. Then think about 400, because if you have a super fancy grill, then that thing works. So keep it at about 400. Every 5 minutes or so, we're going to flip it. So what we're going to do now is just kind of chill right here and show you as we start to flip things. But for what you should do, cover it up, keep it closed, don't keep it open, keep it closed, keep your lid closed, and then every 5 minutes you start to turn that. So we'll be back in about 5-10 minutes and show you the next step, and then we'll kind of keep going every 10 minutes so you can see what ours looks like, but you can do it on your own time too. Okay, so this is going to be our first flip, and actually I over-exaggerated the 5 minutes at first because I went and washed some dishes. So this is about 7 minutes or so. See how nice it comes off the grill? That's what you want. So that's starting to burn a little right there, so maybe I should have been back in 5 minutes, but that also means this is the hot spot. So we're going to kind of rotate these things around so that they're all getting nice and warm. All right. About 5 minutes, that was about 7 minutes or so. Come back in 5, flip it over again. And what we're going to do is flip it for 4 more times. So we'll be very close to the end next time I see you. We'll be right back. Okay, here we are. Been standing by the grill for about 35 minutes or so. Your chicken drumsticks should be cooked. You should have flipped them maybe 5 or 6 times. Again, don't get overzealous with the flipping. It's like some people are over stirrers when they're cooking veggies on the stovetop, and that ruins it. You want to get that sear. You want to let things sit for a little while and then flip them. We're flipping them so often because they have a bone in them, and they're going to take a little bit longer to cook for that reason. I have checked them already. They're at 185. Everything's getting nice and crispy, just like what we wanted with that skin. And I think it's time just to pull them off. So I'm just gonna pull all the chicken off. We're gonna make these buffalo style, and we're gonna make a nice fresh summer salad to go with them. So why don't you let everything burn off of your grill for a hot sec. Ha ha, really, literally for a hot sec. Let it burn off a little bit. We'll get these tossed with some buffalo sauce, and we'll get that nice fresh summer salad made so that we can have a really healthy meal.
Good morning, Vail.
For fun and adventure, join me on Elizabeth Stanton's Great Big World. Find out where I'll be going next and which celebrities I'll be bringing along with me. I'll show you amazing destinations with lots to explore, and you'll get to know my celebrity guests the way they really are, up close and personal. We'll travel the world, experience new cultures, and together, try to make a difference. I'm Elizabeth Stanton, saying the world's a big place, and I'm going to show it to you.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
Hi there! Are you ready to explore famous neighborhoods from New York City to Kentucky? Watch The Neighborhood with host Nicole Newman. Featuring famous people, unique history, and delicious places to eat and drink. Our viewers get an inside personal look at each neighborhood. With each episode we learn, grow, laugh, and live like a local, not just a visitor. Welcome to The Neighborhood. Check your local program schedule and tune in.
right, I'm just coarsely chopping up the celery and the carrots. And you know, every time you order buffalo chicken wings, what do you get with it? Celery and carrots. So I thought, hey, why not enjoy those with our salad today? Plus, I'm a huge carrot fan, and they are so delicious and in season right now. I love celery as well, but celery happens to be one of the dirty dozen. Do you know what that is? That is 12 different veggies that you should really buy organic, because what happens is celery has a lot of water in it, so any of the nutrients that are going into the soil, they're going into your celery as well. Things with like a thick skin, like an avocado or a banana, you can typically buy those conventional if you want, but the thin-skinned veggies, fruits, you really want to buy those organic, and celery happens to be one of them. Okay, so I have celery and cucumber, and I actually have a conventional cucumber, so I did peel it, because when you get the English cucumbers and they come in the plastic, those are pretty nice and their peel isn't that bitter, so you can enjoy those, but the conventional ones, you just kind of want to peel because they do put like a waxy film on that. Okay, so we have our veggies all chopped up. We have our romaine, and then we have our chicken. In order to make this buffalo, and I'm going to tell you what, I have tried to make my own hot sauces millions of times, and I love a buffalo chicken salad. I actually love chicken wings as well. Try not to eat them that much because they are higher in fat, especially since we kept the skin on. But what I try to do is just try to make it as healthy as possible. That's why we're siding it with a salad, and we're using the bigger chicken legs too, so you're gonna get more meat under there, and that's gonna be a dark meat, so it's gonna have more flavor, it's gonna have more fat. Okay, so what we're gonna do now is take a bowl and get your Frank's Red Hot. I'll tell you what, like I said, I've tried many different hot sauces, and I have tried to make my own, and this one really, it's a favorite. It's a favorite of mine, and it's easy, and sometimes you just have to take those easy steps. You're definitely gonna get like a little more sodium and preservatives and something like this, but it lasts, so you can keep this in your cabinet and use it for other things, and it has a really, really nice flavor. So what we do now is we coat those in the bowl, and just make sure you're covering them. If I had another set of gloves, I would probably just use my hands for this, but I feel like they're kind of far away, so I'm not going to go get them. Okay, so we're going to let those sit right there for a minute and get our salad going. I'm going to put the salad right on the plate that I had the chicken on, because first of all, if there were some nice flavors, like some juices on there, that would make everything taste really, really good. This lettuce looks awesome. I'm just going to cut off the bottom. I don't wash my lettuce, I just make sure it's not dirty and wipe it off with a paper towel. Because going back to earlier when we started this class and I told you, hey, you don't want wet lettuce. I mean, if you're gonna take the time to wring it out in one of those salad wringers, definitely do that. But otherwise, you can just get most of the dirt off this way. And if you feel worried that you're going to have any kind of contaminants on it or anything like that, wash it off and then dry it off with a paper towel. And that's a nice, easy thing to do with romaine, because it's got, you know, the boats where you can just kind of get right in there. Okay, another thing I like to do is chop my lettuce, because I don't like to rip it, because it kind of starts to bruise it, and you don't want bruised lettuce on your salad. Romaine is so healthy and so good for you. I love it. It's just crispy and delicious. So here we go. We've got that, and we've got all our nice veggies, and I'm just going to put on top. I mean, this is going to be a filling meal, and it's going to be pretty light and super healthy as well. I read one time, carrots happen to be one of my favorite foods no matter what, always have been, but I read one time, nobody ever got fat from eating a carrot stick. So pile it up with those carrot sticks, because they're going to be nice and delicious and good for you. I'm just going to chop a little bit of green onion right now. And you can use the whites and the greens depending on how much you want. This is nice because these spring onions are so good during the spring, and they're so good all through the summer. Actually, I use these quite a bit even in the winter, because they're just a little more mild than some other onions are. Okay, so we're going to put those on the top at the end, but right now we are going to make our salad dressing. And what I noticed is that I didn't bring a jar. A lot of times I like to make a salad dressing with a jar. So I'm here in the studio and we have a nice wine glass and a plastic fork. So we are going to work with what we have here. Here is how you make salad dressing. Basically, you start with some olive oil. So I'm going to put in 1 part olive oil. And then you have an olive oil and something acidic. So we're going to use about a half a part, and all these measurements are in your recipe book, of white wine vinegar. We are going to use ample salt and pepper because this is what's giving us its flavor, although I'm going to sprinkle a little on the salad. And then we are going to use a bunch of blue cheese. We can sprinkle a little bit of the blue cheese right here on the salad as well. You could use feta if you wanted to too. So finish that up right there and then just stir it up really nicely. Seriously, it's that simple, my friends. That is our blue cheese vinaigrette. Look how delicious it looks. Okay, so we've got that nice and kind of stirred up. You can put it in your blender too if you really like your blue cheese chunks to be kind of not so chunky. Okay, so now we have our salad. I'm gonna bring it right up here nice and close. I feel like I'm having a glass of wine with my summer salad. I kind of wish I was doing that. All right, let's get our chicken and make sure it's nice and covered with that Frank sauce. And we're gonna put just a couple pieces right here on top. Let me get one of those. So it's gonna be a messy one. If you're taking this on a picnic or out onto your patio, make sure you have a lot of paper towels. Now I'm going to sprinkle it with a little bit of green onion. I don't know why, I just feel like I always have to have green onion on my chicken legs. Don't forget, those are at 185 for temperature. We've got our really light sauce, and we're just going to pour that right on top. So like I said, this can be enjoyed when it's nice and when it's warm outside and you want to have things at room temperature. You can always bring this for a picnic. Just make sure you put your chicken in a cooler and keep it cool and don't let it get to a weird temperature. But you can really enjoy it when it's at a room temperature. So if you did want to take this on a picnic, it would be a nice healthy meal for you. That chicken skin is not going to be the healthiest part, of course, but the meat in there is going to give you a lot of protein, and the salad is plentiful and fresh. And this is what we made today. I hope you got some good grilling tips. Grilling with a bone, you just have to keep on flipping it, keep flipping it. You can also bake your chicken thighs if you want to, or your chicken legs if you want to. You would just put them in the oven at 400 degrees. And again, you'd be flipping them and rotating them every 5 to 7 minutes or so.
Good morning, Vail.
Suki and Scott show. We are feeling good today. Great show on the way.
Absolutely. Welcome to our show. I'm Suki.
I'm Scott.
And we are feeling good today. You know why? Because we had a great show.
TV8 Vail is serving the community 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Stop by for Good Morning Vail at 7 a.m. and stay all day for lifestyle favorites such as Good Day Vail, Daily Flash, Suki and Scott, and more. And you're sure to find the adventure you crave with back-to-back episodes of Scoreboard Nation and Outdoor America. Find us all day, every day on Comcast Xfinity Channel 92, on TV8Vail.com, and on all our social media platforms. There's more for you on Channel 92.
Here at Sun and Ski Sports, we are all about having the best summer adventures. Our full-service bike shop is here to help you get back on the saddle with services ranging from simple tire changes, full bike overhauls, and rentals. If trail running, hiking, or trips to the lake are your thing, our expert staff will fit you in the best performing footwear or clothing. And don't forget about a relaxing day on the water with our stand-up paddleboard rentals. Call Sun and Ski Sports in Avon or Dillon today, or learn more at sunandski.com/CO.
I'm Clinton Griffiths, the host of Ag Day Television. Get the latest news about crops, livestock, rural living, and so much more from our award-winning team. Follow the food you eat from the field to the store to your table every day, because what's happening on the farm matters to you and your family. Watch Ag Day weekdays.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
Do you love the outdoor lifestyle? Make sure you tune in every day at 8 p.m. to catch Scoreboard Nation. It's an outdoor lifestyle show dedicated to your 3 favorite mountain towns, Vail Beaver Creek, Park City, and Reno Tahoe. Join us for an incredible venture. Find us on TV8 Vail, Park City Television, or at thescoreboardnation.com. We can't wait to see you there.
Good morning, Vail.
Welcome back. If you're looking for something to go with Tracy's delicious chicken dish, well, Covered Bridge is joining us up next with a fantastic Asian pasta salad.
Hi everyone, welcome to Covered Bridge on TV8. My name is Kim Fuller, the editor-in-chief of Covered Bridge magazine.
And I'm Bobby LaRue, the other owner and director of partnerships at Covered Bridge magazine. We're here today with Tracy Von Curran of Foods of Vail.
Yeah.
Tracy, thank you so much for being here with us. It's pretty exciting. Tracy's been in the Valley for quite some time, and if you have not been to Foods of Vail, I recommend swinging by there. Tracy, how long has Foods of Vail been going on?
Almost 35 years.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So just new to the Valley then.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I moved here in 1979.
That's amazing.
I know.
So,
What's your background in culinary, Tracy?
Well, my background is in business. I went to business school, but then when I decided that I wanted to venture into the culinary realm in a business, I went to France. I went to cooking school.
It's the place
it was
to
fabulous, just fabulous. And I did lots of little mini seminars and courses, primarily self-taught, but France was really a game changer. Absolutely.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I'm open to learning all about this wonderful recipe. We're featuring the Asian pasta salad in the summer and fall issue of Covered Bridge. Beautiful photo to complement, and we get to see it made here live. So walk us through, Tracy. How do we begin this recipe?
I would begin by cooking your pasta. In the recipe, I wrote that to use spaghetti, but when I'm doing a smaller batch, I love angel hair. I just love the way it feels on your mouth, so yummy and slippery. And so I love this Italian angel hair because I feel like the semolina flour really makes the pasta more durable and will hold up to, the dressing and the vegetables. So I like to start with the dressing. So it's a mayo-based dressing, so we're going to just start with our mayo.
Perfect. And in the magazine, I believe it's a serving size about 6 to 8. And if that's what we're working with today, then we'll, guests will be able to know, we got guests. If you're having guests over, this is a perfect size for a picnic.
It might be a little bit more,
Okay.
I might serve a little bit more.
Okay, perfect.
But, okay, so start with your mayo. And then over here, I have all these fabulous ingredients. So they're not totally pre-measured, but you can get the recipe in the magazine. So I'm going to start with like a tablespoon of Dijon mustard. I'm going to do a little bit of this sambal olek. This is like an Indonesian chili paste, and it's very spicy. So I would start light, and then you can always add more later.
Depending on your spice level, yeah.
Exactly. Then I like to put just like a hint of sesame oil in there to give it that yummy umami undertone. This is tamari. I use tamari instead of soy sauce because it's gluten-free. And even though we are having it on pasta, but we only use tamari in our shop. And then a little squirt of sriracha, because we all love sriracha.
Yum.
Again, you can go a little heavier, you know, if you like the spice to be a little bit elevated. And then the rice wine vinegar, this is like a toasted rice wine vinegar or a seasoned rice wine vinegar. Maybe about a quarter cup, because that's going to balance out the richness of the mayonnaise and those other spices. And kind of what you're looking for is like a little hot pink. Oh, I forgot my favorite.
Ooh.
The Thai chili sauce. We all love this. It's
Wow.
like the new ketchup. You can dip anything in it, and that's going to give it a little sweetness. It has a little heat to it, but it really mostly has a lot of sweetness. So now you have this really, really, really pretty base. Oh, I was going to let you taste it.
Yeah, and it took
Here
no
you
time at
go.
all.
Here you go. Here, what do you
I'll have to
think?
try this
Taste
out.
that.
How is it, Bobby?
That's
Spicy?
amazing.
Isn't that yummy?
And it took you like,
Yeah, like what, 3 minutes?
yeah, not even.
Yeah, so now I'm going to take my pasta and I'm going to put the sauce, the dressing in there. Can you hand me those tongs?
Of course.
Yeah, and so we'll give this, you know, a nice toss. And you know, pasta always soaks up the dressing. So we're just going to start with that, and then we can toss it again a little bit later if we want. Okay, so then here, the vegetables that we put in there are sugar snap peas. You see those? And I've chopped those up. Yep. And then we've got some scallion, so green onion. Put those in there. Red bell pepper. You can do these either in chunks or in like little batons, if you will, like, you know, make them a little bit bigger. Sometimes I think a little bigger is better because then you can snag it with your fork.
Yeah, a little more crunch when you want it, right?
Yeah, and you know, sometimes when they're really small, you know, you just can't get them with your fork. So I like them just slightly bigger.
I
So
love
then-
this dish for the season because it can be a main course, you know, a great lunch item, or it can be a side at a picnic.
You know, I have put chicken on this. I have
bet
put
that's delicious.
shrimp in there. Really good, because then it can be like a main course, you know, al fresco dinner.
Yeah, you could
And it's
package
a-
this up.
Yeah, it's a great picnic item.
Yeah.
Now, is
perfect
this
for
a salad
Bravo.
that you serve at Foods of Vail?
We do.
Okay.
We do.
That's awesome.
And then the last thing is we like to have a little cilantro. And nice, but you don't have to pick the cilantro off like you do parsley because the stems are okay. So I'm just kind of rolling it into a little bunch. And then I'm just going
A
to
rough
give
chop.
it a rough chop. Yeah.
Nice.
And it doesn't have to be real fine either. I like to really get that flavor. And see, I have gloves on. Best tools in the world to just absolutely toss all this together.
Pretty bright looking salad. So like Kim said, it's also, you know, time of the year, right? I mean, it almost reminds you of spring and summer.
Yeah, I mean, I'd eat it all year long.
Oh,
'cause
yeah,
I happen to
absolutely.
just love it. Do you want to bring that bowl a little closer?
Yeah.
That serving bowl?
I think we'll be bringing this to Bravo Vail
There
this
you
summer.
go,
It's
and
a
then
perfect
just kind of
picnic
put
item.
it all in there.
Wow.
There you go. And then
Beautiful.
let's just
Amazing.
grab a little bit of our black sesame seeds.
Uh-huh.
You know, just for a little
finishing touch.
Wow.
finishing touch. I think that makes that so beautiful. What do you think?
Oh my gosh, it's beautiful.
Yeah?
Wow, and looks
I hope you guys are ready for lunch.
delicious.
Yeah, I hope you're ready for lunch.
So Foods of Vail is in Avon.
We are.
Yeah, tell us how to find you, and also in terms of ordering things ahead of time,
Mm-hmm.
how big can you handle? How you know you can also walk in and get a soup if you're a
We
diner.
have a brick and mortar, so you can walk in, you can take a look at all of our beautiful salads, and you can just buy them by the pound. We have fresh salmon. We have always like a chicken piccata. you know, in the winter we might have more savory things like meatloafs and short ribs. Then we also have a whole freezer case full of lasagnas and chicken pot pies and King Ranch casseroles, and then soups galore. I mean, so you can come in and stock up your freezer. It's a great opportunity not to cook. And then we do have a full menu that you can order, all kinds of platters of food for parties, graduation parties, rehearsal dinners. We do a total off-premise catering component as well. So like this past Saturday, we did the prom.
Oh, yeah.
We did food for the prom. We did. And then the night before that, we did a rehearsal dinner. So, you know, all kinds of events happening in this valley.
Yeah, and if you haven't had an opportunity, I know when I'm driving around delivering magazines or looking for the next ad sale, I'm hungry a lot of times. And there's not a lot of quick options that are actually healthy options. I've gone to Foods of Vail several times, get myself a nice piece of chicken parmesan and a little side salad or just a soup to go. And I think, you know, people should really look at you as that too. It's like, yes, you do catering, but it's a great spot to just grab a bite to eat quickly as well.
Absolutely. We have a few seats inside, and then in the summer we can spill outside, so we do have some, you know, outdoor options for dining. And you're right, it's fast. You know, you're just hungry, you come in, people come in and say, just give me, you know, 5 ounces of chicken salad, and they just grab it and go.
Wow. Well, Tracy Van Kuren, thank you so much for nourishing our valley and for sharing this beautiful recipe, Asian pasta salad, which you can also find in the summer and fall issue of Covered Bridge. Thank you all for watching Covered Bridge on TV8. We'll see you next time.
See ya.
Good morning, Vail.
Nap Harvest, your local marketplace for fresh, locally produced products. Our indoor farmers market is open 7 days a week, featuring locally grown organic produce, prepared meals, honey from our Nap Nectar hive, furniture, cutting boards, and much more. We source and sell locally grown and produced products from the Vail and Roaring Fork valleys. Visit us at our new location in Eagle Ranch, 717 Sylvan Lake Road, next door to Color Coffee Roasters.
Familia, estamos muy emocionados de por fin presentarles nuestro nuevo programa completamente en español, Conexión Latina, que se estrena este lunes 21 de agosto a partir de las 7 de la tarde. Por el momento, el programa se transmitirá los lunes, miércoles y viernes de 7 a 7 y media de la tarde, con una repetición de 7 y media a 8, así que no hay excusas para perdértelo. Te recuerdo que puedes sintonizar nuestra programación a través del canal 92 de Comcast, nuestra página web tva.com y nuestra página de Facebook TVA Conexión Latina. Acompáñanos en esta nueva aventura llena de información y entretenimiento local. No te lo pierdas.
Hello, everyone. I'm Raisa Pascal.
And I'm Andrea Jackson. Welcome to Life, Love, Shopping. Have any personal stories you can share?
Do I? Yes, I do.
So even though you work for
Some good deals, too good to miss on Flash Deals. Now check this out.
studies show spending time outdoors can help with depression, lowering blood pressure, and overall health and happiness.
Well, that's all the time we have for a special Labor Day edition of Good Morning Vail. Just a special thank you to Chris Romer and the Vail Valley Partnership for that fantastic mountain perspective on the local workforce. Now, make sure to get out there, enjoy some food with your friends and family, and have a great Labor Day.
Good morning, Vail. See what lies in store for you. There's so many things to see and do. Summer, winter, spring, or fall. Your home in the Rockies has it all. So get up, get ready to start your day. The coffee's brewing, you're on your way. The fun is waiting outside your door. Good morning, Vail.
When you're in Vail, you're in vacation mode, and you need a flexible home tour experience that fits into your schedule. We transformed how you view and buy homes in the Vail Valley. With immersive, cutting-edge technology, you can explore properties 10 times faster. In our lounge, we guide you through this digital world on a 16-foot screen where you can imagine your next home in comparison to your favorite recreational spots. Say goodbye to multi-day home tours and hello to a quick stop between your other plans. That's the power of the Immersion Theater.
Join us in exploring the everyday lives of community members here in the Vail Valley. Hear their inspiring stories of how they came here, their contributions to our community, and why they chose to call this place home. We want you to be one of our neighbors. If you would like to be featured or nominate someone to be featured, please send an email to danielle@tv8vail.com. We look forward to featuring your story right here on TV8.
When making money is the aim, these kids, they bring their game. There's a Biz Kids.
Can you dig it? Real businesses by real biz kids. Watch and learn tips on how to start your own business.
Biz Kids.
Right on.
You're watching K34Q.
And welcome to Country Fix. I'm Judy Pastor, coming to you from Hilltop Recording Studios in Nashville. We've got a great lineup of videos coming your way. Joe Nichols, Connor Smith, and more. First up, it's Soul Circus Cowboys with Last Train Running.